Well, today I am welcoming you to a show on Inside Nigeria. Yeah, Inside Nigeria is a show where we talk about things that is happening in the country, the problems, the challenges, those rising matters, those rising issues that are going on and on and on. And somehow we think there is no solution because we believe the solution is not yet here. But yeah, in Inside Nigeria, we'll be talking about how we will be able to achieve so many solutions to the problems we are passing through in this country. I am Mykael Deborah, and I will be your host on Inside Nigeria today on SRTV. If you're following us for the first time or if you're watching us for the first time, I would be happy to let you know that you could follow us on our social platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and most especially on YouTube so that you could actually watch our live streams every day. So, welcome to Inside Nigeria once again. Well, on our show today, we'll be talking about basic things that are happening in the country, current situations like food problem, because the hunger that is rising now in this country is out of hand. It is out of hand. People can no longer feed. People are running helter skelter, looking for a way to feed themselves, feed their family, and get satisfied. In fact, having a one course meal in this present situation in Nigeria now is actually terrible. But we pray that God is actually going to help each and every one of us in this country. Also in Inside Nigeria today, we'll be looking at some headlines that says millions face food crisis in Nigeria. That's concerning hunger. We'll also be looking at what our president is saying about launching food security. You know, for throughout last week we've been talking about food insecurity, the farmers having issues and having challenges of going to the farm to go and cultivate crops and make sure that we be able to eat. But our president is ensuring that we would have a food security agricultural mechanism agenda today. We will also be looking at Nigeria can't fix current food inflation with monetary policy. I would not just be talking about food today, but basically that is the main challenge that we are passing through in this country. Yeah, that's the basic challenge that we're passing through in this country. Also, today we'll be talking about democracy. Hmm. That word, democracy, is a word that I don't even know if it is actually happening or if it is not happening in this country. Because you get to vote. After voting, it's as if you are being put on the line, because after voting, what you come out to, what you cast your vote for, don't really count. And we'll actually be talking about that. We'll be watching a video of a young boy today, but that will be later in our show. We'll be watching a video of a young boy today who is expressing his pain as a child. That's to tell you that it has gotten to the extent that every single person is feeling it. Even the little children are feeling the problems that we face in this country. It ought not to be so, but that is what is happening. It really ought not to be so, but that is what is happening. So, after talking about democracy, we'll be talking about malnutrition. That is still in connection with food, though. Malnutrition, because nowadays it's not funny, it's not really funny. But before we go ahead, we'll have a little, just a short break so that we can start the show properly. Thank you.
SRTV Logistics is here. Are you SRTV Logistics is here. Are you into a restaurant business? We are here to help you move your goods from one place to another. If you're moving your goods out of the country or within the country, you can come to us. Trust us to handle your deliveries with the utmost care and professionalism, ensuring your items reach their destination safely and on time. Don't settle for anything less. We're part of the global supply chain of helping goods to move from one point of origin to the point of consumption according to the needs of customers. You can contact us with the numbers on the screen or email us at logistic@superiorradioandtelevision.com.
My viewers. So, we're still talking about inside Nigeria. What is happening in this country? What exactly is happening in this country? Remember, I told you we'll be talking about the issues that are happening in this country. And I give some outlines. The first one is millions face food crisis in Nigeria. That report was given by Kade Harmonies. I'll be reading his article. He said that a recent report from Carter Harmonies has projected that over 31.5 million people, including 83,846 internally displaced persons, IDPs, will experience food crisis between June and August 2024. That means problems concerning food is rising on a daily. The analysis conducted by the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security in collaboration with technical partners like the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization FAO highlights the severity of the situation across 26 states, inclusive of the Federal Capital Territory of the country. Says the report paints an ugly picture for Nigeria, indicating that 24.7 million people, including 14,000 IDPs, are already grappling with food crisis between March and May 2024. Disturbingly, regions like Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe are expected to face significant challenges, with millions of individuals projected to experience food insecurity during the specified period. Inside Nigeria today, we are actually facing a lot when it comes to food. I think famine is closer to us than the Egyptians right now, because everything just points back to food insecurity. We are not safe. Farmers can't go out to farm, things cannot be put in place. We have fertile lands to cultivate crops and have enough food in this country, but things are not going the way they ought to go. The writer continues saying, conflicts, false scarcity, and currency devaluation exacerbates the situation, pushing more households into crisis levels of food consumption. This food wahala is something out of the ordinary, and it is not meant to be happening in Nigeria because we have fertile lands for cultivation. But we are not just doing what we are meant to do because we are scared. People are scared. Farmers are scared. People at the IDP camps, they can't even do anything for themselves anymore. They have to scrapple to look for a way to eat. And it's not fair. In a country where food is meant to be given liberally because of the kind of land we have, but the otherwise is what is happening. Says, meanwhile, the Nigerian government vows to address the challenges of food and nutrition insecurity, acknowledging the urgency of the situation amidst efforts to revitalize the economy. I believe that our president is actually putting on reforms because he said he is setting up reforms that is going to help balance the economy. But today I'm practically saying these reforms should be hastened in a way, because if they are hastened, all these challenges concerning food that we are facing in this country is actually going to pipe low, and before you know, everything would fall into place. I would also be talking about the launch of food security by our president. He said that he's going to launch food security agricultural mechanization agenda today. That is today, being the 11th of March. And this was written by Mr. George. He said, President Bola Tinubu will today embark on a visit to Mina, that's the capital of Niger State, to initiate his administration's agenda on food security and agricultural mechanization. The chief press secretary to the governor of Niger State, Bolaji Ibrahim, confirmed the forthcoming visit to newsmen on Saturday. He said the president will be arriving today, this morning. I think he has arrived already at Mina, and he will commence the launch of his agricultural initiative at the special agro processing free zone located at the Imam Gagara International Airport in Mina. Said during his visit, President Tinubu will also oversee the inauguration of farm machineries equipped with cutting-edge technologies procured by the administration of former Governor Umaru Bago. These machineries will play a crucial role in facilitating large-scale agro-value chain development in the state, aligning with Governor Bago's agricultural revolution and complementing the federal government's efforts to ensure food security. So, our president is currently in Niger State and he is launching an agricultural mechanization right there so that food can start being processed and we, the citizens of this country, can become happy again, because they said when a man is hungry, he is angry. And if an angry man is a hungry man, that means everything is going to spoil. But if there is food in the tummy, everybody will have the urge to go out and do something beneficial for themselves. A video will be coming up shortly. I said that earlier about a little boy that laments about the current situation of Nigeria. I said that would be in respect of democracy, our votes that are being casted but not being counted. Please watch this video with me.
My name is Abdul Kabir Abdul Kadir from Castle Grammar School, Aden. Strongly standing here before you to oppose the motion, which says voting should be mandatory. Firstly, the use of votes in a democratic setting is unconstitutional. Forcing people to vote undermines democracy itself. Hence, democracy is built on the ideas of freedom of choice. People should be free to choose who to lead them. Making it mandatory to vote is directly taking away this freedom.
that video with me. He's in pain. It's true that people are clapping, but if you listen to every single thing the little child said, you get to understand that every single person that is a citizen of this country is feeling the heat. It started with our votes not being counted, then entered into the problems of Nigeria. He talked about retirees. This is one, or these are people that I really even want to talk about, because you retire today and the pension that for 40 years, 50 years you've worked in the service, you're meant to come back home and relax and rest and get these gratuities for yourself. You don't get them. What will I even talk about widows that their husbands pass on and they go to the pension office to go and plead to collect things that are theirs, like it is their own belonging, it belongs to them, but it is not given to them. Where is our country going to? That is what is happening in Nigeria today. Where is it going to? We keep on crying and complaining, but we can't see solutions to these problems. I want us to listen to the voice of this child. If you listen to his last comments, he said he wished thunder would come and strike all these people. It is not as if he just said it, but because of the kind of pain that he is feeling. If a little child can feel this kind of pain, imagine what we that have come to understand what the government or what the system is all about. Imagine how we feel. Every day you stand up and you say you want to face life, but at the end it's pushing you to the wall. Nigeria is pushing its citizens to the wall, and it is not meant to be so. If we are a democratic government, please let us act as one. Let the voices of the people be heard. Let implementations be put. Don't say a thing and don't do it. I love when ministers, they come out to talk about how they are going to promote the country, how they are going to do this, how they are going to make sure that this is put in checks and everything is going to run smoothly when they enter into the office. But please, after giving us these speeches, do it. We want to see the work. We don't just want to keep hearing and hearing and hearing. We want to see the work. We want to feel it. We want to know that, yes, our leaders are actually serving. Not that they give us the 7-point agenda. Okay, we're going to do good roads. We're going to give food to everybody. Nobody's going to be hungry. Nobody's going to starve. There will be stability of life. There will be security, everything. And at the end of the day, we don't see anything. Please, we are crying out that this should be implemented. Those focus that you've said you want to do as a leader, please carry them out. Carry them out. Please carry them out. Another video will be coming up shortly about malnutrition, because I said our basic concern today is actually about food, about malnutrition. People are suffering. You know, in the family, our daddy Chris will always say, in Nigeria we have the poor and the rich. And in a family of the poor, where they get to eat only carbohydrate, malnutrition sets in. And before you know, it starts affecting our children. As a person, eating much of carbohydrates isn't even nice. Try to eat balanced, but we cannot even eat balanced because of the current situation in the country. Please watch this video with me concerning malnutrition. I think it will be beneficial to each and every one of us out there.
Everybody listen, there's a rising problem. There is a problem in the air. There's a growing case of malnutrition amongst children in Nigeria. Yes, with the rising of price of things like milk, which is protein, and chicken, beef, protein, with one egg going for as high as even 200 naira to 50 in some places, there is a growing case of malnutrition. How does that one concern you and I? How does it concern banking and economy? Calm down, let me explain. Malnutrition is a condition that develops when the body is deprived of vitamins, minerals, nutrients that is needed for the maintenance of healthy tissues and organs. Some of the signs of malnutrition in children is that you'll be shorter for their age, have weaker immune system. What we start to see in the near future, the effect is not now, is that you start to see children that are not so tall and are not as mentally developed because they were not eating good food right now. You and I will agree that most of the poor, once they can't afford meat or fish, they start to just feed most of their kids with carbohydrates only. In the morning, rice. In the afternoon, maybe rice again. Yam, cassava, gari. They might just add a bit of beans sometimes. But there will be absence of essential proteins and vegetables. It's not good for the future of Nigeria, so they need to address the food scarcity and food inflation in Nigeria. It is important to know that the health of the population is directly related to economic development. A healthier population is more active and productive, thus increasing development in the process. If people are not eating well, they are not producing as good as they should. Then if children are not eating well, it means that our future, we are mortgaging it. So for people in government, take note of this one. Oh. This is my free will to you because we need a future that is guaranteed and the children are the future. So food inflation, work on it, government. Oh. How are you handling the food inflation around your locality? Share your thoughts in the comment section. I hope you learned something. Be good. Take care. That's
All right. I think we understood what he said about malnutrition. If we are going to be the leaders of tomorrow, we have to focus on our nutritional values. And it still boils back to what we take into our system as food. Please, please, we should try our possible best to ensure that we eat well. It's true that everything is hard, but please, please, for, before we wrap up the show, I'll be talking about insecurity. Throughout last week, we've been seeing cases of abducted children and problems that has been rising. Even this morning, we took another one on one of our dailies. Yeah, I have a story that says parents of adopted children in Kaduna State they cry out for help. Says the parents of some of the 285 students abducted by bandits on Thursday from the LEA Primary and Junior Secondary School, Kuriga Chikun local government. In separate interviews with Daily Trust at the weekend, the distraught parents appealed to the federal government and to the Kaduna state government to assist in securing the release of their children. Please, we need to be safe in this country. We have a lot of military personnel out there. We have the soldiers, we have the navies, we have the police officers, we have the vigilantes, we have so many security personnel. Please listen to the plea of these people and help them. We are safe if everything would be put in place. But we are not safe when we are scared of security in this country. Please, security wahala is something that is really disturbing everyone in this country. Sometimes you're not even safe in your own space at home. But please, I want the government to enforce. They say they've enforced, yes, but please let us see results. Let there be results that these children can be found and these parents can have peace. that they have a country that is willing to help them when they have problems of such cases. Inside Nigeria, we've talked about food, we've talked about insecurity, we've talked about democracy, that's our vote counting. I just want each and every one of you, my viewers today, to go home to have this mindset actually. If I cannot protect myself, nobody else will protect me out there. If I cannot strive to do something for myself, nobody out there is going to strive to do something for me. Please put yourself first and put every other one too with you in your mind. Let it be that we work hand in hand to make this country a better place, to make this country a home, so that everybody can be happy. Everybody can be happy. Well, to wrap up the show, I would say, if you're watching us for the first time, please follow us on our Facebook page, on our Instagram handle, and on our Twitter handle as well. Also, if you are watching us for the very first time, do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until I come your way next time, I am Mykael, Deborah, inside Nigeria, and this is SRTV. See you next time.
SRTV Logistics is here. Are you into a restaurant business? We are here. SRTV Logistics is here. Are you into a restaurant business? We are here to help you move your goods from one place to another. If you're moving your goods out of the country or within the country, you can come to us.
Trust us to handle your deliveries with the utmost care and professionalism, ensuring your items reach their destination safely and on time. Don't settle for anything less.
We're part of the global supply chain of helping goods to move from one point of origin to the point of consumption according to the needs of customers. You can contact us with the numbers on the screen or email us at logistics@superiorradioandtelevision.com.